Alright, so I'm taking a look at the newly released Onvo L90, the big brother of the Onvo L60 that I've reviewed on my channel. I'll link it up there. So let's start from the front here. Pardon me with the noise, it's new, so a lot of people are looking at this car. So under here we have the usual grille, which is closed, and as you can see, there are some doors that will open up when there's a need for cooling. And if we go to the middle, you have the badge in here and then a camera right here. And on the side, we have an airflow sort of outlet here to allow for aerodynamic purposes and also for better range. And then up here we have the headlights, and then it's LEDs in here. So they have two separate units, one here and one there. And up here you have daytime running lights, and then some really nice striped lights there as well. And if I move back a little bit, this is the full profile of the bonnet. It looks really nice. It's basically flat in on the top, in the middle, and then it has this ridge on the side. And it has a very interesting feature to open the boot. I just hit it twice, kind of like you're knocking on someone's door, and then their front will open, and it opens to this very wide space here. As you can see up there, it's 240 liters of storage here, and you can put nicely displayed here are two small size suitcases, and there's extra space here as well. So all very useful, and actually without these anything in it, adults can actually sit on in this area with your legs hanging over, and it should still be fine. So that's it for the front. It looks really nice here. Let me just do a walk around the car. So to close it, you just press that. So if I go on to the left hand side of the car, the lighting is going to be basically similar. Let me quickly take a look at the front tires. So before I do that, let's look in here. As you can see, it's air suspension in there, all looking nice. And then down here it comes with Michelin tires, 255 50 rim 21. I like the design of this rim. There are different rim sizes and designs that you can pick, but this one looks really good on this. And as you can see, the gap here is quite wide, which means that the car itself has been raised because it's got air suspension, so you can basically do whatever you want with it. And if we go back here, we've got a camera here, and we got a camera there as well, and you get an NFC entry. So with your card, you just place it there, and or your phone, and then you can have access to the car, as is happening with many cars these days. So I'm just going to go around the vehicle first, but let's also look at these cameras here, which are for the autonomous driving. So you just run your fingers across. I just wanted to show you. So once you open the door, it allows for these runners to protrude, and when I close the door, after a while they're gonna go back in there. So that's all really nice. So the car is a little over 5 meters long, so it's not a short car. And then if we look at the rear tire size, 275 45 rim 21, and then in there you can see your air suspension there as well. And it has some carpet material to stop noise from getting into the cabin, so that's really nice. And we go to the charging department. So you touch sensitive, you touch it, and then it opens, and it has a charging ports for fast charging and slow charging. And what's good about it is you can get an adapter that you can use to connect accessories when you're on holiday or for other purposes. And to close this, you just press that, and then it will close. And if we come to the back here, you have a very nice cutout for the badging, the logo for Onvo, and then you have the daytime running lights going all the way from the left to the right. You get your L90 badge in here. I like this really nice orange accent. Orange is one of my favorite colors. And if we look back here, you have a camera up there, and hidden down here is a wiper. So if you don't go down, you're not going to see it. And if I step back, this is how the rear looks like. It looks really nice. You got your Onvo badge in there. You get another camera here. You get your number plate placement area. And if I go down, because this car can be jacked up with the air suspension, it can go really high. So it's got really nice clearance. And then on both sides you have your parking sensors, and you have a reflector here and a reverse light down there. So looks really good. I'm just going to go around before I come to the interior. So if I go to the right hand side, it's basically going to be the same as what we saw on the left hand side. So let's go to the interior and start from the boot. So to open the boot, there are several ways, but you can do it a conventional way by just pressing that, and the boot opens. It's actually very wide, and it has plastics on the inside of the door, which is all right because it's just the boot. And if we go in there, as you can see, you can actually push the seats down electronically with these buttons here, and you can also increase the height of the car, high or low, with this button here because it's got air suspension. Got a speaker grill here, and this seat is the third row seat is down right now, just to show you how much more space you will have if the third row seats are pushed down. And then this one is up here to also show how much space is left. But even with a third row seat up and reclined way to the back, you still have enough space to maybe place one big suitcase and also lots of other small bits and pieces. So that's nice. And then you got another speaker grill here. You got your boot lighting here. There's one here and there's one there. And you got a 12-volt socket, 220 volt right here, so you can connect something to the 12-volt socket or charge some accessories while it's on the way. And there you got a maximum 5 kilogram nicely damped hook here, all done really nicely. And let's look at the boot floor. So it has currently at the moment is quite high because the car is raised, but when you lift that false floor, you have very deep extra space here, all lined with carpet, and very useful space. So that's about it for the boot. Let me just close it and go to the middle seat so we can see what it has to offer. So once you open the door, this is what you see. So it's got the controls on the door for reclining the seat, seat heating and all that. And then you have a button for opening your raising and lowering your window. And then you have some speaker grills, one here, one there, and one there. And a push button for opening the window. And for when the electronics fail, you have this latch here that you can pull to open the door. And it has this cover. It has this cover on it, so all you do is pull this cover, it drops in here, and you can pull that latch to open the door. Now if we look in here, well, let's look at the third row seat. So I'm not going to go in the third row seat. I can just sit here and show you what it looks like. So this is the configuration of a third row seat, and the top is all Alcantara. This one is in black, looking nice. And if we look on the side of the third row seat, what you have is a cup holder down there, and then you have a button for controlling your heater seat, one for reclining the seat, and a type C socket right there. You got these nice cushions as headrests, and if you come down here, you get your perforated seats. A very nice design of the seat. I like it very much. And then down here you can press this little button here to adjust the handrest for all passengers. And the configuration of the seat is a little different from the driver's side, the passenger right behind the driver, because this seat in the middle here can be reclined fully, turned into a bed, so you can actually sleep in the car. So it has an extra button here and all the other regular controls. So it looks really nice. And then you have some pockets here to rest and put your phone or wallet or other things that you have. And I'll show you some neat features very soon. And there's something interesting here. So when I press it, it opens up to cup holders for the passenger sitting right behind the driver, and this will work this there too, so it's enough for both passengers, although it's only installed on the passenger behind the driver. So that's a neat feature here. And if I sit back, this is what I'm seeing as a passenger behind the driver's seat. You get this pocket here for storing of newspapers, magazines, things like that. And then you also have on the back of the passenger seat, you have a table that you can push, bring out, so you can do your work or eat or place something on it while the car is in motion. So that's a really nice feature. And if you don't need it, just push it back. Now, if we look down here, we've got a screen which helps to control a lot of the functions for the rear passengers. So you can have a separate screen where you can watch movies or cartoons for kids or whatever, and then you can also control the climate down here and volume and all those kind of things. And then you can switch to American movies or whatever movies you want. And this is a button for the refrigerator. So when I press it, it takes you to the refrigerator functions. So you press that and then it opens electronically. So you can drop whatever you have in here, your cold drinks, and you can actually cool it or heat it. So this is the cooling function. It goes from up to 15 degrees, 0 to 15 degrees. And if I go to the heating, it goes from 35 degrees all the way to 50 degrees. So very, very nice feature for the fridge. And you have all other presets here for cold baby food, cold drinks, face masks, baby feed, all your liquor and things like that. So, and to close it back, you just press that and it's going to go back in softly. So that's nice. And right above the opening of the fridge, you have 3 Type-C charging ports, which some of them double as connection for the other accessories as well. So when I sit in the back here, this is what I will see. There's also a screen up here on the roof. And how do you get that up? So to get that screen up, you just go down here, you press that, and then the screen is going to come back. It's going to come down and light up ready for your entertainment. So like so, it's a 3K screen, very, very bright, very, very crisp and very colorful screen. It also comes with this remote control that you can use to control it, kind of like an Apple TV. So you can see it has Onvo's N badge in here, and it has this pad here. And if you look on the screen, you will see the cursor moving. So you can use it to do selection of all the functions that you want, and you just click to play. That's if you're far back. You can also do things by just touching the screen like so, and I can go back, and you have a return button as well. So when I click it, it's gonna go back, and I can click home to go back to the home screen. And it has a display of apps as well. Of course, this car has been newly released, so there are a lot of functions that are not there yet, that have not been installed yet. But yeah, this is what it does. And it has this remote to control. You can control by voice, or you can control by the screen, by touching the screen itself. And to get the screen back up, all you do is go down to your screen, or you can do it on the main screen as well, but you touch here and then it turns off, and then it reclines back into the roof. So if you were not told, you wouldn't even know that there's a screen in this car, which is really nice. So sitting in the rear, in the middle seat, this is what I see. The top is all Alcantara, and you can actually, there's a panoramic glass here. So as you can see, you can open the panoramic roof from that side, and you can open the panoramic roof, the shade for the rear as well. So now it's just a glass panoramic roof. Now you can do all those controls from this screen as well. So that's a really neat touch. It breaks off here because of the screen, but it's almost a complete panoramic roof for all passengers. Now let's move on to the front. So getting in the front, just open the door and the runners protrude for you to step on. And again, we got the same thing going on. So you have the emergency latch conveniently placed right beside the driver for easy opening in case of emergency. You have a door opening button four buttons for opening the windows, and then you got your seat heating and your seat recline functions here on the door rather than on the side. Now, this is a configuration of the seats that you will see once you get in this car. And I like how the seats have been built. Got a lot of support even before you sit up, before you hit the cushions. It's got really nice support for your back. Obviously, it's got the massage functions as well. So it's going to make it really comfortable to sit in. So let me just So in the front seat, let me just start from the top. So you get your sun visors here, all with Alcantara, and you got this sliding sort of covers here. I like that better than the flimsy ones, Alcantara flimsy ones. And then once you open that, you have this vanity mirror, a very nice bright light here for seeing your face. And in the middle here, you've got your touch sensitive interior lighting. You got a hazard button here, you got an SOS button, and you got a camera here to monitor what's going on in the car. You got your rear view mirror, which is not a camera, it's just a mirror, but it works well, so that's fine. And from the front passenger seat, this is what you will see. And if we come down here, as you can see in the glass there, it's got HUD, which is showing all the vehicles and everything around us, around the vehicle here. And I like the design of this dash. So you've got fabric material here, and as you come here, you have some soft material, and then you come down to wood, and then you come down to this Napa leather area, which is nice. And you've got these sensors here, as you can see them blinking for the safety of the driver. You got your turn signal stock, which also doubles as your controls for your wipers, and then you got gear lever conveniently placed on the right hand side like many cars are doing, and you just press here for park. Really nice. And this steering wheel is their signature steering wheel, just like the one on the L60. And you've got just two buttons here for controlling things up and down, functions up and down. You got your horn in the middle, and I like the configuration of the steering. It's a two-tone. The top and the bottom are flat, which makes it easy to see the HUD and other functions. And also flat here means that it's not going to be hitting your legs whilst you're driving. Let's take a look at storage here. So the storage here in the middle is, you press that and it opens to this wide area for storing things. You got two Type-C charging ports, and you got an SD card port somewhere there. It's not illuminated, so you won't see, but to close it manually, you just push it. And I like this little detail here. This sewing stitching here makes it look premium. And in the middle, we have our cup holders, which are the same as the ones that came on the L60 that I reviewed earlier. And then you have 50-watt charging pads. So this one also comes with NFC ready. So you're not going to be fighting with your partner for charging space. And over here, you get this nice wood cover effect for this storage. You push it in there, and then you have some extra storage over there, also lined with felt, and it's quite wide as well, so a lot of big things are going to fit in here. And to get it back, you just press it and it slides back. Let's take a look at the screen. So the screen is for most Chinese cars now, obviously very crisp. It's about 17 inches. I'm not really sure, I need to get this information, but it's a really wide screen, but it's nicely placed such that it's not intrusive. So I'm placing the camera right in my line of sight, and as you can see, I still have a full view of the front windscreen. Can look through the screen all across without this screen being intrusive. And if you go down here, you have many functions like this to open the front, and then you have a lock here. You have this to open the boot, and then this for opening the charging port. And down here you have the controls for climate. So this is home, this is for car information, and this is for AC controls. This is for your fan speed and all that kind of stuff, for directing the wind flow and all that, because it doesn't have physical vent controls. And then you have a lock button for the car. You have your 360 camera. See how clear this camera is, very crisp, even in the showroom. And then you go over here and you have your So if I turn on off this, then I can go to my populated apps. And I like that they are not all over the screen, they're just right here below. So it's going to be easy to just find things and pick what you want. And you have extra functions as well for your AI stuff. And then we move on to the other side. We have windshield heating, we have heated seats function, heated seat button, and then all the massage functions. We can talk about this screen the whole day, and you have your controls for the volume as well. So lots of controls here for the driver and the passenger. It's gonna take the whole day. Heated, cool seats, heated seats for both front and middle, and then on the rear you only have heating for the third row seats, which is already enough. And then you can choose the ambient lighting for different sections of the car, and that's really neat. So it's not just one size fits all, you can customize that as well. And then you come here, you can direct the sound as to where you want to hear your music sound coming from. The agent wasn't sure if this could be language, and this on this infotainment could be changed to other languages like English. But I mean, if you really own this car, it's very intuitive. There are symbols to make it easy for you. But I'm pretty sure, just like many other cars now in China, you can switch the language to English, but he just didn't know how to do that. So but yeah, so that's the screen for the Onvo L90, all looking very nice. For copyright reasons, I can't play anything here. But if you look up here, even though you got the HUD, which is going to give you your speed and your speed limits and all that, you also have another speed indicator here, and you have your drive indicator, drive mode selector indicator here. You have your range that is left. So we have 61% on the battery, which will give you 336 kilometers. There's not much information on this car yet, and this is of course a car from new, so you can buy it without a battery and just rent the battery every month. You pay a fee every month, and then you can just go and switch the batteries wherever you go. And then you have lighting, parking, and all your internet functions here. And you also have a way to turn off your front passenger airbag. So it also has soft close doors. So once you get the door up to a certain point, it's gonna shut by itself and the runners get back in. Let me try that function again. So as you can see, soft close doors, and it sucks it in and the runners get back. So let's try one more time. The doors close and the runners get back in. So that's a really neat function. And their rear view mirrors also have a proximity sensor, a blind spot monitor I should call it. So overall, a really nice car done by Onvo here. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did and found value in this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel so when I upload new videos, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Thank you so much for watching again. I'll see you in the next video. Ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.